Hello and welcome back. In this short lecture, we're going to learn about how to add iOS store-specific applications for your iOS devices. To begin with that, just point to Microsoft Intune portal and then go to Client Apps, choose Apps. Here, if you try to click Add, you would be getting here type of applications to be chosen. So we are trying to learn store specific apps. In the previous lecture we learned about Android specific store app. Now it's time for learn iOS specific. Now once you choose here iOS, you are getting here an option for search an app. This is where it's gonna show you, or it gives you an option to search basically. For example, if you are trying to install maybe an app called Bing, for example, Bing search you want to assign, remember that these are the applications must be a free. You can't distribute the applications in this way uh, for paid applications. I mean to say, if these are the apps which are available for free of cost, you can choose or you can apply in this way. If not, you need to purchase under iOS volume purchase program, and that's where you need to distribute the applications in that device licensing or user licensing with the managed volume purchasing directly from the uh, Apple Store on those iOS devices. And for that, it's a completely different configuration to be taken, and I would be talking on that later point for volume purchase apps. For now, we would be talking about only the free applications which you wanted to deploy from a store specific iOS. Now let's select that application. Once you select the specific application which you want to push for your iOS devices, then go to the app configuration. This is where you're going to configure a lot of other settings, like automatically all these values are populated. If you can remember, these this window is very similar to our Android devices configuration, but it has automatically filled for us. But in our case, we did actually fill manually for Android App Store specific, but it's good that for the iOS specific it's automatically filled for us. Now it's our time for configure whether this application you wanna deploy with the minimum operating system of the devices started from 8 to 12 between. So you would be deciding that what version of iOS minimum version you want to choose to deploy this application. You can choose either iOS 8 to 12 between, and then you can also select the device type. It's going to be iPad or it's going to be iPhone, or both of the cases. You can select, for example, if you want both the cases, you can choose iPhone as well as iPod. And if you're looking for the iPad also, you can choose iPad. Coming to the category, this is going to be whether it's going to be business or productivity or blog or books or reference. Such a way you can configure your configuration. In this case, it's going to be maybe a computer management, or it could be sometimes it falls into the books and references. So you can choose any of them, and then do you want to apply this to be shown into the company featured app? That means it's going to be showing all the time in the portal without searching, as it displayed completely and prominently on the main page of that suite. Then you can choose this application, this configuration, and then you can enter if any additional information you want to enter, and you can also select the image. In this case, the image also automatically populated. Once you have selected, click OK. That's how the configuration of the app. And then when you click on add, it's gonna create a specific app, and it gives an option to assign to a specific devices. In our case, if we have all iOS specific devices, you can apply, or maybe if you have a specific group you wanted to distribute the specific App Store application for those iOS devices, you can distribute by clicking on assigning. Let's configure that also. In my case, I have already AT group, which is specific to Bing app specific. Let me select that as here. You can check it, it's going to be available or it's going to be required. Required is nothing but it's going to push automatically, and if you want to uninstall, you can uninstall even the required application. For example, Bing has to be installed from a specific devices, then you can do that. In our case, we are going to configure as a required, and then I'm going to select the application group. In this case, I'm going to configure this application for all users and all devices also, and I can also configure here this application. If that's the case, I need to have any kind of specific VPN configuration, I can configure that specific VPN configuration. If not, I can simply select that specific group. In my case, I want to search for a Bing, which I created already a group specific to Bing app, iOS store specific. That means all the Bing app requested by users, or if the users has that application to be pushed, then the users, I'm making them as the static membership so that the users will be getting this application. So I'm just selecting that and click OK. That would actually apply any of the VPN specific configuration if you need. Otherwise, there's no VPN, then simply select no. It doesn't require any other VPN, and then simply say required on all users and devices. Anyway, this is, and then simply click OK. That would actually configure your Bing search application on iOS devices, and click save. That would be saving, and that concludes how to create an application for Microsoft Bing specific application to push on your iOS devices. And you can check out here, this specific application is already assigned for a group too. Thank you for watching this.